what's up with it? Again, this is October the 13th. It is Wednesday, and I don't know, it's probably about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. It's getting ready to rain, and I got some shit to talk about. Okay, my last video of the day, I'm going to put it all together, and I'm going to talk about the talk shows and the talk show hosts that are going on right now. And I'm so happy that what spearheaded me to talk about this particular topic is because Tyra is back on. And she comes on at 2 o'clock. No, excuse me, 3 o'clock. She comes on the same time as The Real. Is it 2 or 3 o'clock? Channel 7. And I'm so happy that she's back on because she's been missed. Now, you know, when her show was in LA, oh my God, I mean, that was like the coolest thing. It was so cool. It kind of lost its umph a little bit once it went to New York City, in my opinion. Okay, when it was in LA, man, it was cool as hell. I mean, that was one of the coolest things, you know, to watch the Tyra Banks Show. And now I see that she's back, but she's back with a panel of different people. She has a YouTube guru. She has this gentleman on there, and I think he's doing fashion. There's a sister on there doing DIY, and then it's what's her name, Chrissy, John Legend's wife, that's also expecting. She's also like I am too. Shit, fuck that. I know my motherfucking period. Look, I ain't had one in several motherfucking months. I ain't had no period since I was 43. And I'm fine with it. I ain't even looking for that motherfucker. Don't call it up. Look, let me not talk that motherfucker up, because I'm doing just fine. Trust me. I had that motherfucker over 20 years in my life. No, excuse me. 31 years of having a period, nigga. I'm it's all right. Let that do that. I'm good. Okay. So I know I was saying it like also like, you know, adding her with me. No, that's a separate thing. Okay, that's a separate thing. Let me just go and clarify that part. That her and John Legend is apparently expecting a baby now. So that's cool. You know, so I really like, I've seen it a couple of times. I didn't know that the show was actually even on air yet, but I had ran across it on Instagram, and that's what prompted me to go over and to watch the show. And I have to say that I really, really like it. I like it. I like the feel of it. It's like now I'm starting to see that a lot of the talk shows now are starting to get panels. You know what I'm saying? And you know, I guess it's for different perspectives and different points of view. And I can kind of dig that. You know what I'm saying? I can dig it. But you know, I don't know. I think what we need to have is a talk show host that can do everything. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's kind of where Wendy is trying to go with hers, or where she could just do everything. Nigga, I can talk about this, I'm this, and I'm gonna get in the kitchen. Now I ain't gonna cook with it. I'm gonna taste this shit, but I ain't gonna really cook it. You know what I mean? But I think now Wendy is on more of a health kick or whatever. And so, you know, she kind of eating a little bit better. But, you know, I've never really seen her really up there cooking. It's like she's stirring the pot, but is she really cooking? You know what I'm saying? She talks like, you know what I'm saying, she can do a little bit of something. But, nigga, I don't know about that tofu and all that old type of nigga. You're going to have to give me some beef, chicken, poultry, that's poultry. That's chicken. Excuse me, pork. Wait a minute. Hold on. Let me start again. Okay, because I got a few things in my life, so I'm a little off. Okay, but yeah, let me go back. Poultry, beef, pork, poultry, beef, and pork. Yeah, them the ones. And fish. Okay. Now I don't fuck with lamb, goat, meat, and all that other possum, coon. I don't know nothing about that right there. But them ones right there, them 4 ones right there, is what you're going to catch in my freezer. Okay, now I ain't going to be fake cooking either. I'm going to be really in there cooking. Okay, so, but, you know, and it got to be some shit that's, you know what I'm saying, some shit that's, you know, some, I don't know, because all that eating that crow and all that shit, Wendy, I don't know how you was able to do that shit. Fuck that nigga. I renege like a motherfucker. I'm out. You know what I mean? But you took one for the team, and I like that. But, Wendy, let me say this, and let me say it real fast. I think people are starting to I mean, you are the woman that a lot of people love to hate, I think, now. And I think that now that you're getting comfortable with the show, you're getting comfortable with who you are and what you bring to the table. Now, the real Wendy is starting to come out. The real Wendy that doesn't want to be touched by people. The Wendy that don't want nobody coming to her house. The Wendy that's very particular on the things that she eats. The Wendy that, I don't know, are you a little fearful of folks? I don't know. Are you a little nervous? Because the other day when I was watching it, it was coming from commercial. I know a lot of y'all seen it. I talked about it on Facebook even. But you were talking to somebody in the audience, and this young lady, I guess she was engaging you, and I guess y'all was talking about Jersey or whatever. I guess she lived close to you. And when the shit came on, and the lady, y'all was still talking to whatever, and whatever it was, and you was like, get away from me, get away from me. I was like, wow, for real, Wendy? For real. As much shit as you talk about everybody, one of my people on Facebook sent me a thing, because I was talking about it on Facebook, and somebody had sent me a thing talking about, well, Tina, you know, people that live in her area, she don't allow us to come to her show because she don't want nobody to know the truth about her. Well, you know, I'm not one to look up backgrounds on people. You know what I mean? It's like, you know, I mean, he who would not sin cast first stone. I'm on the pot that's called the kettle. How can one motherfucker talk about somebody when your shit ain't even together? You know, I'm one of them, so I'm not looking up your marital, what's going on with that. You know, motherfuckers is all, you know, all in your business. I don't want to know. I watch what I see on your show, and that's good enough for me. I respect what you do. I respect your craft. I respect your game. But I don't, you know, I'm on some live and let live shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm on some live and let live shit. But, and I see that you're making your money, mama. You are about your coin, and I'm not mad at that. You got your YouTube shit going, because you're going to put out a video, 10 of them motherfuckers in a day, because you're going to break up one show to all these different little segments. Okay, well, the Tamar part, I'm going to post that. I'm going to post Tamar on the after show. I'm going to do this on this. You break it up into whereas some of it don't be but 3 or 4 minutes, but goddamn, it got 150 goddamn thousand views. I'm not mad at you, mama. Make your goddamn money, Wendy. All I'm going to ask, though, excuse me, is that you be a little bit more communicable and have a little bit more, what is the word I'm trying to gather? Be a little bit more people person. I think that you were more likable when we didn't see that part about you. Now that you on some get away from me, don't touch me, and you can't come to my house, and this and that and this, and how you're so private, and the killer's coming and all that shit, it's really somewhat of a turnoff a little bit. You know, I mean, this get real with Winnie and say it like you mean it and all that shit, I'm cool with all of that, but goddamn, I'm just not good at really just, you know, getting all in people's business and hurting people's feelings and shit. I'm not really good at that. You got to really piss me off. You know what I'm saying? For me to give you the 100. And every day, you know, you come in and you make your money off the Kardashian and them. You know, and it's kind of crazy because in the beginning you was for them. But it seems like once they didn't invite you to the wedding, it seemed like you just 360'd on all of them because you was making your money on them. You had them on their shows. Just like when Nene Leakes was on there, them motherfuckers was giving you purses and all kinds of shit. You know what I'm saying? You was real likable at that time, and you was accepting all of the gifts and shit. But now that tell it like you mean it and all this shit, I don't know if it's really working for you, mama. Really. And now that Tyra done came back in the game, if Tyra was by herself, doing a show again by herself on the West Coast, by herself like she did before, now this group setting, it's kind of the real, and it's kind of, you know, a couple of other shows got that already. You know what I'm saying? I would have loved for you to just do it by yourself again. That was the shit. Now, I know Ricky Lake came back and his shit wasn't as popping as it once was. So I know that it can kind of backfire a little bit. But the verdict is still out on it. But I like you, though. So that's what makes it so much easier, is the fact that I adore Tyra. So, you know, and I know that, you know, what you bring to the game, it be some real cool shit, you know. So I'm glad to see you back. But we're gonna flip that on to the real, and the real. I can say I love me some Tamar. I love the ladies individually, but as a group, I think it's too many people. It's too much going on the show. You know what I'm saying? And it's like the acting is not, you know, it's like blatant reading of the teleprompter. There's really no easy flow to it. You know, I don't know. I like them individually. In a group setting, not so much, I'm sorry. Not so much as a group setting. Individually, though, yes. Tamar, I can see Tamar having her own show, doing it like that. No disrespect to the rest of the ladies. I really like what they bring to. I love their contribution, but I would like to see Tamar have a show by herself. I'm sorry, you know, because Julie, or is it Julie? The one that do the fashion and stuff. Well, she is already on a few other different shows that I've seen, Entertainment Tonight and all that other kind of stuff. So she's doing her other thing anyway. The other little cute one that sits on the opposite side of her and Tamar, they seem like they have more of a flow together. You know what I'm saying? It's like they, I don't know. It seemed like they're forcing friendships on there a little bit. You know, I was kind of watching it the other day, and one of the twins, Tia Tamara, whichever one it is, you know, I remember old girl, the big one, I don't want to call her the big one, that's fucked up. My bad, excuse me, I didn't mean it like that, but I couldn't think of your name right there. My bad. But the reason why is because, and I'm certain you're a real cool person, but I met you years ago, okay? We were at an E40's concert at the Orange Show in San Bernardino. You was with this gentleman, and you just was not real cool. We were all sitting at the same table, and I don't know if you thought that I was looking at your dude, or your dude was looking at me, or I don't know, but I know that it's just something between women of size, especially black women of size. It's like, well, I carry my weight better than you. Well, at least I got a waistline. Well, at least I'm this. And at least I could walk in heels. Well, at least I'm this. You know, it's always something that when it comes down to women of color and women of size, they hate on one another sometimes. And back then, and so that kind of you know, kind of rubbed me a wrong way with you. And ever since then, and I never forget it, because we were all sitting out there on the little patio, and they, you know, in the VIP section, they had food and stuff, and we were all sitting up, we were all eating and everything, and, you came in with this gentleman and stuff, and, you know, he was walking around, chilling with E40 and all them. They had the food was all up under these tents, like, and then they had the trailers, you know, for the artists and stuff, and we were all sitting out there eating and stuff, and, you know, and I was very friendly with you, and your dude, he was real friendly. Me and him was talking and chit-chatting and everything. I mean, real cool and stuff. But your attitude with me, I don't know what it was about me, because I was really, you know, I was really like, hey, girl, you know, I really, you know, greeted you, you know, with a warm embrace. At the time, you was, you know, you was really trying to do, you was just getting into, you know, your comedy thing. You know, it was kind of new. So, you know, yeah, let me just go on and mention that right quick. And at that same show, Cat Williams was at that same show, and he came out with the real big buckle. You remember that shit? He had the real big buckle and shit. He was at that same goddamn show that night. And, yeah. So, I don't know. I mean, and still, so every time I look at that show and I look at you, it takes me back to that day. We were sitting up under the tents. We were eating that chicken and macaroni salad and shit and rolls and all that shit and all that food that they had out there. And you just was not, you was not feeling me. And it's like, you didn't know me, I didn't know you either. But I knew that, you know, you were, you know, doing something, you know, with comedy or something to that effect. You know what I'm saying? But you just was not personable. You was just not friendly. And, you know, maybe it was just, maybe you and dude had an argument before you got out the car. I don't know. But, you know, I'm willing to let bygones be bygones, and I really want to embrace you and embrace your show and what you got going on, and really love you as a sister and all that. You're doing your work, and, you know, you're putting out good works, and you're working, and you're handling your business and all that. But I just wanted a side note on that. You know, it's been so many years ago, and I know if ever you see this video and you're going to be like, you know what, I remember going to the Orange Show in San Bernardino, and E40 and them, and Cat Williams and them. I remember that show, and I remember, you'll remember when you look back at this. Anyway, I'm the girl that was sitting at the table with you, boo, and we was all sitting up there eating that macaroni salad and shit, and was fucking that shit up. We was all sitting out there eating and all that, yeah, VIP. Anyway, on that note, family, I'm out. Girls, I love your shows. I love what you guys are doing. Keep your head in the game. Don't watch what everybody else doing. Walk in your path. Walk in your destiny. And, hey, you're going to be successful either way. Damn what everybody else says. On that note, I'm gone. You guys have a good day. I love you guys. Love you guys for watching. I'm out. Mwah. Bye.